My wife confessed she cheated on me with a co-worker. Some backstory: my wife and I were high school sweethearts, began dating when we were 15-16 and have never been with anybody else up until her recent affair. We're currently 35 and 36 now. We were married in 2011, had our first child in 2016 and second in 2019. In April 2021 she had told me there was a guy at work who was hitting on her and constantly complimenting her on her appearance. I trusted her 100%. She told me she didn't need his advances and I had no reason at the time to not believe her. Between April and May she began making several dramatic changes. She kept her phone close constantly and on silent. She started losing weight, spent more time on her appearance, bought more revealing clothes, started talking more S-time-only. S-time drive increased incredibly. We went from having S-time 3-4 times per month to almost every day, sometimes more. She stated this is the new her. She knows what she wants and life is too short not to enjoy it. I began to have suspicions in July 2021 when, while on an outing with friends, I caught her texting a name I had never seen before. When I questioned her, she deleted the entire conversation out of her phone immediately. She told me it was a guy coworker. They were just friends and would occasionally text each other, mostly about work. I had a breakdown. Didn't feel right to me. Why delete if everything was so innocent? She told me she didn't want me to get mad because it was the same guy that was hitting on her previously, and she was afraid I would get hurt, but they were just friends. We had several arguments, and I made accusations of her being unfaithful that week, which she denied. She promised she would not have any more communication with him. About a week after the first incident, I randomly asked to see her phone messages. She quickly became panicked and defensive. She tried to walk away from me and I suspected she was deleting messages, but didn't see for sure. She then offered that I could look through her phone, but she later confessed that she had already deleted the messages. I would accuse her of being unfaithful a lot over the next few weeks, all of which she denied. She said I was crazy and that she couldn't take me not trusting her. She threatened to leave a few times because of how I made her feel. Through all of the arguments we still managed to maintain our intimacy. In early August 2021, while out together for dinner and drinks, I again caught her deleting text messages. She admitted she was still talking with him. I was furious, called her every foul, disgusting name you can imagine. Threatened to leave her and file for divorce, and I smashed her phone. She finally confessed that they had been having an emotional and physical affair. They had had S-time, once in her car, twice at a hotel. She would meet him occasionally and perform S-time on him in her car. One time happened at work. This had been going on since April and took about a month to become physical. She admitted they would text and flirt every day, sometime S-time, sometimes send pics, and had a FaceTime call while he masturbated. She really didn't spare any detail. I believe she answered honestly to all the questions I had, even though the details crushed me tremendously. I felt so betrayed and heartbroken. How could she do this to us and destroy the life we built together over the last 20 years? I told her to text him back and let him know that she had confessed to me. She agreed and did. He quickly responded that she better not have and he would never trust her again. I had her phone and respond as myself, letting him know I was now fully aware of what occurred and thanked him for destroying our marriage. He responded with the typical "I'm so sorry, we never meant for this to happen, we had voids in our marriages we tried to fill." He also let me know that he was leaving his job and would not be working with her anymore. I messaged him back that I hope he planned to be honest with his wife. He said he was going to, and later said that his wife was leaving him. I still have my doubts that he confessed to her at all, which really angers me. Feels like he's getting away with it while my wife and I are left with the burden to rebuild everything and call it quits. I felt it inside. My heart was shattered. How could I ever trust her again? How did I misignore the signs this was going on? How was she able to connect with another man so fast and get to that point? How did she not realize what she was doing to us? The next 2-3 days were excruciating, filled with pain, hurt, anger, confusion, difficult discussions, and lots of tears from her and I. We decided to start marriage counseling to help work through all the emotions. I was fully committed to repairing our marriage. I didn't want to fail my wife or children. I couldn't be without them. I had to swallow my pride and shame to make this better for all of us. Through talking with her, I've learned a lot that I was regretfully oblivious to. I realized how unappreciated and sad she felt for several years prior to the affair. I didn't support her when she needed me. I got too comfortable, caught up with work, kids, and never imagined this would happen to us. She said she knew I loved her but didn't feel I cared about her anymore, that we were just doing life together because we had to. Hindsight, I do now see what she said. I didn't make her a priority. She probably wasn't even in my top 3 priorities. I regret this every day. She deserved to be appreciated every day. I lost sight of this. As we discussed the details of the affair, I began to realize she was being manipulated by a person that was unhappy in their own marriage and a serial cheater. This guy told her all the things she wanted to hear. He built her up so he could get what he wanted. I determined this before she even realized it herself. It's been just over 3 weeks now since she confessed. I still have breakdowns, had one last night, which inspired me to write this. The pain comes and goes, tends to sneak up on me at the worst times. My wife has been doing as best as she can to be supportive. She accepts the blame and has been there for me through it. Any advice from somebody who has already been in my shoes? How do I get past this? How can we repair our marriage when this is what I think about daily? Tia.